And we're live. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the shop. I hope everyone's having a great night. I've been crazy busy here with the limo and trying to get it ready for the last event of the season at FGCU. And I don't know, you can you get a little sneak peek of what's going to happen here. But I wanted to show you guys some of the cool stuff that I've been working on while I haven't been here and while I've been racing and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Excuse me. That was a really good burp. Andouille sausage and Cholula cheese. Whew. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on. I haven't brought you in detail because a lot of it is electrical and it's super tedious and it's not very pleasant. The other stuff is a lot of plumbing and it's in a very cramped space, and I swear a lot because it's very frustrating. But I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working. And if you look right down over there, yeah, there's still a little bit of leak, but it's okay. I'll take care of it. Let's see who popped on here. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nova. Hey, Nova, you should be sleeping. You should be. It's officially past your bedtime. Time to go to sleep. Nikki, you're okay. You can stay up late. So this is a couple of things that I've been working on. I'll just show you guys really quick. Hang on. So what we have here, if I can point to it, those are the new taillights for the limo. And they obviously go back here. But I have this one out because we're redoing the wiring. The wiring is so bad on this, you guys. I wish I could explain how bad. Do you remember Roseanne Barr's national anthem debut when she sang the national anthem? It's worse than that. Do you remember Nick Jonas's guitar solo? It's worse than that. Yeah. So doing all the wiring in this is a huge, huge ordeal. But it's going to work great when I'm all done. So it just takes a lot of time undoing all the not good stuff that they've done before. And I have no idea. I still have the headset on because I was talking to Craig Reed earlier. So I'm sorry, I still have my headset. By the way, get a set of these, the Shocked open ear. They work off the little bones in your ear. They're awesome. So you can still hear everything. So let me show you guys the taillights. I'll bring you over and bring you down. And oh, there's a little sneak peek. All right. So these are the taillights for the limo. And I just have them on this fiberboard as temporary mounting. These are supposed to be individual, and originally they're for trailers. It's supposed to be a trailer light. So this is a power probe. I don't know how to shut the light off on this, so I apologize. So here we go. Here are, and no beeping. Here are the brake lights. So here's what the brake lights are going to look like. Those are pretty damn bright. So you hit the brakes. And then these are the running lights. So at night, they're just kind of a lower brake light. There's the brake lights. There's the running lights. Here are the reverse lights. So you go into reverse. Those are actually pretty bright. I won't need anything else. And then here's my favorite part. These are the turn signals. And they do that on both sides. Now, what's really nice is they do that without a relay. So I can run the turn signal without a relay. I just need to remember, to turn it off, because normally you hear the clicking of the relay. So there's our brake lights, there's our turn signals, brake lights, turn signals, and that's basically what we're going for. So that's the basic setup. They'll be in a vertical position like this in the back, and then they'll have the trim ring around them. This mounting plate is just to hold the lights in place. So that is that. Hopefully you guys like that part. Now, you can tell we're going to have some fun here. So let me bring you over here and show you the coolest part. It's been about 20 years since this actually worked. And please don't look at the gross stuff in there. It was actually way worse yesterday when I did the first run through. The amount of shit that got thrown out of these jets for sitting for 20 years was incredible. The water wasn't brown, but there was a lot of debris and stuff. So here we go. Ta-da. I have a limo with a working hot tub in it. How freaking cool is that? Is that awesome? Yeah, there's a couple of bugs that have landed in here, and there's a filter system coming that'll be here tomorrow. So the filter system will go in line. When it sucks the water in from down here, it'll go through the filter and then get pumped out. So it'll have a filter system in it. It didn't before. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me over that. It's not very loud, but you can definitely hear it. So there we go. We have a working hot tub, which is, to me, is just crazy. And yes, the car still runs and drives, and everything's good on it. You cannot drive it. So let me tilt you guys up a little bit. You really can't drive it with the water running, with water in it. The water is, this is going to sound stupid, but the water is so fluid, even little movements cause it to well up. So I'm just going to move this into a safe place because otherwise I'll bonk it. And I want to get the power probe unhooked because it's just sucking battery. There we go. So what you'll see over here, this is the overflow, this little cap. There's little slots right here. So if it gets too full, it'll overflow into this and drain out versus it's spilling over the top. And you have this on regular bathtubs too and on your sinks and stuff. Originally, there was nothing behind there. It was a little cup and there was a hole drilled and it just drained onto the floor of the car. Now there's actually a barb fitting and there's actually a tube that goes into the main plumbing, which then sends it out the rest of the car. It doesn't go into the floor of the car. So that's one of the other things I did. Let's see, truss. Is that rear tire low because of the extra weight or just the camera angle? Rear tire is not low. It's just the camera angle. He's fine. Yeah, all of the tires are fine. I lowered the car before I got on with you guys just because I've been working on it at normal height because I'm 6'1", so working on it down low like this is a pain. So before I came on camera, I just went, psh, and you can tell because the garage door is up off the hood, so I dropped it about 3 inches from where it was. But yeah, tire's fine. It looks weird. It does look weird at that angle, so I apologize. Can you guys still hear me over the hot tub running? I'm just curious if you can still hear it or if it's too loud. And the other thing I did was I put the jets are now shooting actually down. So if I do the jets, I can aim them. And it can actually shoot up. Obviously, currently there's no heater on this. Oh, you can't even hear it. You can't hear the hot tub. Okay. I'll try and make it a little louder. Okay, so now all the jets are pointing up. And this is just regular water from the garden hose. This isn't anything too special. There is really good pressure. The pump is seriously heavy duty. I'll bring you guys over so you can see it again. So there we go. It lost a little bit of water. The normal height is going to be at this. This is supposed to be an armrest, like an elbow rest. So the normal level will be up here. So overnight, I lost about 1 inch of water just from there's a leak at that drain. And then the plug that's in here, that leaks a little bit too. It's very, very slow, but it does leak. So when the main drain, the elbow fitting on the main drain has a big hole in it. When that gets repaired, we won't have that leaking. And that is just a fitting that needs to get tightened, maybe a little bit of Teflon tape on it. and then we won't be leaking anymore. So that's it. I have a hot tub in a limo with 485 horsepower that goes all the way down to the ground. How cool is that? So yeah, tomorrow this car is going to the. It's weird in Florida. There's seasons, but it's actually not seasons. So let me turn this off so you guys can hear me. Yeah, that pump is no joke. It's 12 amps. It's no joke. So there's this weird thing here. There's seasons, but there's the winter season and the summer season. In Ohio, you just have winter, which is dead, and people don't want to be there, and it's awful and cold. And here you have winter where people are still out and about and they're doing it, and there's tons of events. So it's a little different. And here, so this one is kind of the end of the winter season, and then the summer season will start in like 6 weeks. That's when things really kick off, and there's tons and tons of stuff going on. So this will be the last one for the winter season at FGCU, and then the summer stuff will happen in a few weeks. So we're taking this car to FGCU tomorrow evening, and it'll be there all tomorrow evening. And that's why I'm trying to get the taillights done, and I wanted to make sure the hot tub worked. We're going to take water in a different container, and we'll fill it up when we get there. It's going to be pretty simple because right now I still don't have the holding tanks for the water. So getting a lot closer to where this thing is actually, I would drive this. I would have no problem driving this to Naples and back. No problem at all. It's that reliable. Let's see. Are you going to black out that rear reflection marker? No. And that's for legal reasons. Last thing I need, I have enough legal issues with this car. A cop can pull me over for a myriad of different reasons. I don't want no reflectors added onto the list. So those reflectors are OEM, and they're supposed to light up. But of course, they cut all the wires for that, so they're not going to light up, but they are going to remain as reflectors. I'm just doing it for legal stuff. That's all. Somewhere down the road, if I want to, I can, fill them in and paint over them. But for now, I'm going to leave them there. I think it's actually okay. I don't think it's a bad idea. So that's the plan with that. What I would really like to do is redo the door cards just to give a little bit more space in the cockpit. It's very tight in there, and those door cards kind of pincer you in. I'd like to have a little bit more space because front to back, you're cramped. There's no reason to be cramped side to side. So probably do slightly different door cards with a little more room, but still with speakers in them and lights and all that shit. So it'll be fun. I'm excited to get this going, and it's so funny. So Mark and I were working on a plan this afternoon about how to fill up the car because it's a parking garage, so the truck won't make it up. So if I take the water in the truck, it won't clear. The truck's too tall to clear the parking garage. So I'm probably going to have to fill the car up at the parking lot down below and then drive the car up to the top level of the parking lot. And the folks at FGCU are super cool. They've already got a spot reserved for me, and it's in the corner because this car's longer than normal. We don't want it to stick out and cause problems. So they're cool about it. And I get there a little early to not cause any problems. So in order to get the tub full of water and the car, because there's ramps, you go up the ramps, the water's just going to eject out of the back. So what I'm going to have to do is as soon as I hit the ramps, I'm going to have to raise the back end up so that the car sort of goes like a gondola. And then at the next, flat level, I have to level it off and then come around. And I got to do, let's see, it's the 5th floor. So I got to go 5 stories up and do that. So the car will go like this and then flat to come around to the next one and then like this. And so we'll have to do that a few times, but we'll be able to keep the water in the tub. That's the plan. And I think that will work actually pretty well. Mark was laughing his ass off when I came up with that. He's like, that's so ridiculous, but we'll see how steep it is. The tub itself is only about half full, a little bit past half full. So depending on the angle, I might be okay with not raising it and lowering it a whole bunch. But I just want to, keep the water in there because even though there's, I'm sure, spigots and sprinkler systems and stuff, it's really hard to get water up 5 stories. So I just want to keep the water in there for now. And that's about it for tonight. I hope you guys like this. And I apologize for not doing more detailed updates, but like I said, doing the wiring in the back here, I'm not the only one swearing like a sailor. Mark is also swearing like a sailor. And the hot tub stuff, going underneath there, like crawling underneath the deck and coming back here to the jets that are back here and running the wiring for the power inverter and running the switch for the inverter and all of that stuff. It's a lot of swearing, and it's not a very good view for you guys. Unless I did, even with the stupid meta glasses, it would not be a cool view. It's very dark, and there's nothing super cool underneath there. So I apologize for not bringing that to you guys. One time I might, come over here, grab the camera, and show you back there the little tunnel that you go through on each side. And also putting the pump in and getting that mounted on its platform and getting it wired and stuff. Again, it's not super thrilling. It's a couple of pieces of plywood. For now, that'll be aluminum. It'll be an aluminum shelf when it's all done. So it's one of those things that's not thrilling. I want to bring you guys cool stuff, but I also don't want to bore you to tears. So let's see. Seats in yet? You can kind of, I'm blocking the seats. If you look right here, those are the seats. They're sort of stacked together. There's a bunch of stuff on top of them right now. These 2x4s, which can go back. I was using them for measuring light stuff. When you have a smaller shop like this, stuff has to go back. You can't just like set it off to the side. These are all the mounting screws and tape for the lights. So you can set this right in here. If this will open up. Okay. So here are the seats. And they are not light, but you can see the seats are ready to go back in. No, the seats are not bolted down, but that's okay. They're fine. They actually stay pretty much in place when you're driving the car, so you don't really worry too much about it. Let's see. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any questions. That's kind of it for updates right now. I'm going to get, like I said, I started the YouTube channel for just the limo stuff, and we're going to do a time lapse tomorrow night of the event. So I'll get that up on the Hot Tub Limo channel here on YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed to that, go ahead and hop on. That's going to be, there'll be not as much live streaming stuff. Most of it will be recorded and fun, crazy stuff that we do with this car. That's what that channel is going to be. This one, I'll continue to do the live streaming and occasionally put up, racing videos or something like that. But this one's going to be live streaming. That one is just going to be this car and all the crazy stuff we do with it. So if you want, go ahead and subscribe to that, and I'll just keep putting content up there, just fun stuff. And you can follow along with all the ridiculousness. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because this is a long-term project. I've been going on this for, 5 years now. And I did have a lot of racing and a whole bunch of other personal stuff going on. So in fairness, that has taken a little while. But even if I went straight forward, it probably would have taken me 2 years to get this where this is at right now. Yeah. And it wasn't getting paid for any of it. I'm doing all this for $0, 0 cents. So we're about 25 grand into this car, but it's pretty awesome right now. So if you guys have any questions, comments, anything, please put them down there. I'm pretty good about answering comments, and I'm very easy to get a hold of. You get text me, you can call me if you want. I'm happy to answer any questions. If there's something you want to see on this channel, something specific, suspension, electrical, engine, whatever, let me know. We'll do a more detailed live stream on that. And if there's a specific car you want to see in here, let me know. And I'll talk with my friends and see if we can do a walk around to their cool kick-ass car. Trying to think what else. Definitely be back this weekend. We'll be doing more stuff, more live streaming. I want to show you guys how the taillights got mounted and how well they're working after redoing all the stuff up there. You should see the size of this wolf spider. Did you guys just see him cruise across? He's got to be Look at you. Holy crap. There's a big drought down here, so any kind of water, all the bugs and all the other animals, they're like, "Oh, water?" There were a couple of birds out here I saw by the front of the garage. They're just like, this guy's big. You could leash that spider. He's that big. So I'm just going to keep a little eye on him because I don't want him coming to me. I don't want to look like a snack. I take that back. I want to look like a snack, but not to a spider. So there you go. So yeah, if there's something you guys want to see, definitely let me know. And we'll be back this weekend. I want to show you guys the taillights, and maybe we can do a live stream with just like a lap around the block with the hot tub going. I'll obviously have to go very slow because the water will spill out, and it only comes over the driver's right shoulder. It doesn't go on the passenger at all. Only comes on the driver's right shoulder. So we'll try and get some of that fun stuff from the hot tub limo channel over onto this channel as well. So thank you guys very much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. And thanks for sticking with me. To all the new subscribers, I saw a few new subscribers. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Definitely tell friends. And, if there's something they want to see, definitely have them shoot me a message. I think that's about it for tonight. We're gonna have a kick-ass weekend. We'll have fun tomorrow night, and then we'll have a kick-ass weekend, and we'll do more stuff at the limo. I'll show you guys how all the pump and the inverter and the batteries and everything are all wired up, and we'll go through some of that in detail with watts and amps and volts and all that stuff. So we'll do some really cool stuff this weekend, and I'll try to explain to you what is happening with turn signals and brake lights and reverse lights and all that. They made a huge mess here, and cleaning up that mess is going to take a little while. So, but I'm very happy. I'm happy this rolls. I'm happy it has water, and that's about it. So, thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Give me a kiss on the tip of their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it's far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. I will catch you this weekend. Have a great night. Come on. How cool is that? That's so cool.